Let's start with a basic fact that too many people either don't know or are pretending not to know. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement exists to enforce immigration law, but that does not mean that they can only arrest illegal immigrants. If you're an American citizen obstructing an arrest, interfering with officers, or refusing lawful commands, you can be arrested. Period. That has always been true. Now, let me address the lie that's being repeated over and over. I honestly hate everything about this situation. With the way that protesters have been behaving, it really was only a matter of time before something like this happened. I watched my own mother sob while repeating the claim that this woman was just an innocent woman trying to leave her driveway and was shot dead in her car. That is not true. We don't have one video, we don't have two videos, we have multiple separate videos of the same incident. We haven't seen the body camera footage yet. Those videos show something very different than what people have been describing. Anybody with a driver's license should know that once an officer has initiated commands, you do not get to drive away. Not because you feel scared, not because you disagree, not because you didn't mean to. Intent does not cancel consequences when a vehicle is involved. If a police officer is in front of your car and you move that vehicle, you have escalated that situation. Whether you meant to hit them or not, if you genuinely believe what that woman did was acceptable, you should not be driving. Full stop. This woman was not leaving her driveway. She was actively protesting the ICE presence in the area. She had parked her vehicle in the middle of the street. Other protesters were blowing whistles and screaming at officers. And when the police moved in, she attempted to peel out, pushing officers back with her vehicle just seconds before she was fatally shot. That's not innocence, that's escalation. And that brings me to something else that needs to be said. We have never demanded perfection from presidents until Donald Trump took office. Suddenly everyone developed an imaginary rule book about what a president should and shouldn't say or do or think. Standards that were never applied to anyone else. That double standard matters because it bleeds into everything, including how people react to law enforcement. As Steven Crowder put it, and he said this perfectly, of course she acted in self-defense because in that moment and time she had already committed multiple crimes, including reckless driving, failure to obey a peace officer, fleeing a peace officer, obstructing traffic. You could argue stalking because she continued to follow them. From what we know, assault with a dangerous weapon that occurred after the assault on the federal officer. You could add attempted murder of a federal officer, potentially domestic terrorism. But at least at the moment in time when he drew his weapon, she had already committed 3 serious crimes. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree emotionally, but facts don't change because people cry on camera. The most dangerous lie being spread right now is the idea that emotions override responsibility, especially when someone is behind the wheel of a car. A vehicle is not a protest sign. It's not a shield. It's not a toy. And pretending otherwise is how people get killed. There are reports claiming that the officer involved had previously been injured after being dragged by a vehicle in a similar situation. I want to be very clear here. I'm not asserting this as a fact. At this point, it just is likely that it involved another officer, it happened within the same department, or it's being used as framing, not evidence. And frankly, when stories line up too perfectly, skepticism is healthy. What actually matters is the legality of the incident does not hinge on the officer's past experiences. It hinges on what happened in the moment. Commands were issued, a vehicle moved toward officers. That alone is enough to escalate a situation, regardless of intent, emotion, or politics.
Somali? Jesus.
That's a f***ing car! Oh,
Where could this guy have made the inference that he may be at risk?
Just moments before the hit and run happened, that car hit a Denver police vehicle, injuring those 3 police officers and a civilian.
A calm scene maybe 5 minutes ago, there was someone that was on one of the four-wheelers. He came flying past all of the officers, and it appears that an Atlanta police officer was in the roadway and was hit by that four-wheeler.